Good afternoon, participants. Welcome back. I believe that you are ready for the third session on Apparel and Textile Quality Management by Dr. S. Kaveri Bai ma'am. Let me request our beloved principal, Dr. Sandhya Ravi ma'am, to introduce and welcome our eminent resource person, Dr. S. Kaveri Bai, Associate Professor, Head of the Department, Textiles and Clothing, retired, Srimati VHD, Central Institute of Home Science, Autonomous, Bangalore. Mic over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pooja. In fact, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Kaveri Bai ma'am, who is my biggest motivator and a guide. Dr. S. Kaveri Bai retired as Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Textiles and Clothing, Srimati VHD, Central Institute of Home Science. She graduated from Queen's Mary College under University of Madras. Ma'am completed her MSc in Textiles and Clothing from Sri Avinash Lingam Institute of Home Science and Higher Education, Coimbatore, in the year 1992. Ma'am completed her MPhil and went on to do her PhD under Bangalore University with the title Handle and Mechanical Properties of Peach Finish Fabrics in 2003. Ma'am has 38 years of vast experience as professor in teaching and research from Srimati VHD Central Institute of Home Science, Bangalore. Ma'am has held various positions at various universities as BOS and BOE member, to name a few: Bangalore University, Gandhigram Rural University, Avinash Lingam Deemed University, University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad, Mangalore University, and Sri Venkateshwara University for Fashion and Textiles and Clothing from the year 1996. Ma'am is a member of Academic Advisory Committee in Apparel Technology and Management for Postgraduate Studies under Bangalore University, and also for Apparel Science and Garment Manufacturing Technology of Postgraduate Studies of Sri Krishnadevaraya University, Ballari, since 1996. Ma'am has been the subject expert committee member for UGC NET, SLET, Mysore University, and Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore. Ma'am is also an examiner for MSc, MPhil, and PhD courses for Mother Teresa University, Avinash Lingam Deemed University, Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore, UAS Dharwad, MS University, Baroda, JD Birla Institute, Calcutta, and Gandhigram Rural University, Dindugal. Ma'am has organized various national conferences and workshops as UGC convener. Ma'am has been invited as a subject expert by many colleges, and to name a few: Oxford College, Garden City College, SRC College Tirchi, and Nehru College Coimbatore. Ma'am has presented around 90 papers at various international and national conferences and has received Best Paper Award for her papers and has published papers in various journals of repute. She has guided many students for MPhil and PhD under Bangalore University, Mother Teresa University, and is presently guiding 5 students for their doctoral degree. Ma'am has special achievements to her credit, and the first one is she has 2 patents for her research work from NRDC, New Delhi. She has received grants for major and minor research projects from UGC New Delhi to carry out research work, and VGST grants from SMYSR and DST Bangalore. Ma'am has worked as a coordinator for Ministry of Textiles, Government of Karnataka, for training students under Department of Handloom and Textiles on surface ornamentation. Ma'am is a subject expert in the Staff Selection Committee of Karnataka Examination Authority, MS University, Baroda, and Avinash Lingam Deemed University. The profile can go on, but I'm going to cut short due to the time duration. We are very, very happy to welcome our very own Dr. S. Kaveri Bai, who has been my biggest motivator and mentor. Welcome you, ma'am, for the third session, and I'm sure everybody is going to enjoy your session. Welcome you, ma'am, once again. Over to you.
Thank you, Sandhya. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon to one and all. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank Professor N.R. Shetty, who was Vice Chancellor that in Bangalore University. That time only this BSc FAT course was started. And I had an opportunity to work with Inge Gowda sir in framing the BSc FAT syllabus. And first in 2000, it was started for only 3 colleges. Now it is flourished, and so more than 25 colleges have started this BSc FAT course. And I take this opportunity to thank Professor N.R. Shetty sir and NITE Institute and my student Sandhya Ravi and her group for organizing such a excellent faculty development program. Like this, many faculty development program is required for the teacher to increase their skills and knowledge, by which they will be in a position to give out to the students and train them in a better way. So my special thanks to all the organizers. Okay, we'll come back to the subject. Thank you very much. We'll start the thing. I would like to have my slides. Yes, when we talk about such a vast paper, apparel and textile quality management, it's a big thing which is required, and students should have a excellent, good, well-trained skills and knowledge, so that when they enter into industry as a quality checker or a quality inspector or a junior merchandiser, they should do a good job, so that the industry business also will flourish. And this subject requires the interaction between the industry and academic, so that in any changes, anything happens new, that has to be brought to the industry.
Ma'am, due to technical error, there is a problem here. In 2 minutes, we will
Okay,
be.
I'll be talking.
We'll share the slide. 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Yes. So the quality, yes, it starts from the base. If the students doesn't have proper knowledge on the quality assessment from the fiber stage to the yarn, fabric, then apparel, then only she can do good justice to the job, whatever has been assigned, whether it is in a production division or cutting divisions or a finishing division or packaging or inspection. Any division, if a student has to do good job, means they should be trained very well. And this FAT course, yes, the students in the beginning comes from different field. Yes, they come from arts background, they come from a science background, they come from a commerce background. So this, as a faculty, we have to impart them good knowledge, good skill, and we have to train them, we have to take them to the industries, so that the students will get hands-on experience. That will help them to mold. But the theory part of it, yes, we have to give them from the fundamentals level, how the quality plays an important role. Because India's economy, 30% of our per capita income is increased through the textiles and clothing. Yes, we play a lot of role in Indian economy, and this textile and garment industry is a major industry which earns foreign exchange earning for India. And our Indian traditional textiles have got an excellent market and heritage, which brings out to the society, to the country. So the students should have a good, clear concept, basic knowledge is required, so that they can be a good quality inspector or a junior merchandiser, or if they want to start their own entrepreneurship also, yes, they need full subject in-depth subject knowledge, then only they can be they can do a good justice. Yes, yeah, and this quality will not come in a day, and it involves everybody's effort. Then only the end product will be good. So for that, as a faculty, we have to teach them. When they come to this paper is in 5th semester. So by then, the students would have gotten a concept on how the fabric is prepared and how fabric is dyed, printed, and how the pattern garments are made. All those knowledge, they would have got it. So they will be in a position to incorporate in a better way the knowledge what they have gained, and by which in the 4th semester they are undergoing training also in industries. So by then they would have got a basic knowledge also how to work with the industry and how to improve the product development. So it starts with the planning stage. So the concept has to be given from the raw material, how to select the right fabric, like fiber science. Vijay Kumar sir was talking. Yes, how to select the right fabric for right product. If it's a sportswear, what are the properties required? So based on that, the student should be in a position to select it. The right fiber, that is in the form of fabric. Then the designing part is pattern making, counts a lot, so that the finished garment will have a good fit. So that will help them to get a well-fitted garment. And suppose the buyer comes, yes, first thing he will give you, he will accept your design garment if it is as per that specification. Yes, that is quality. Yes, the quality. Yes, when the buyer gives in a form of a garment or a design pattern, yes, the students should be in a position to, using the recent advancement in technology, CAD, they should be in a position to design the garment and developed as per the pattern, as per the specification, and they should develop the pattern and keep ready so that it can be given to the as a fashion designer. You have to do that, and that can go to the cutting division wherein the patterns are developed. Then fabric selection, yes, knowledge of textiles will help them to develop the fabric and select the right fabric as per the specification, and then they can. Yes, the PPT is not coming. Shall I open my PPT?
No, ma'am, it's visible.
PPT is not visible. I'm not in a position.
For us, it is visible, ma'am.
Oh, I'm not looking into the thing at all. For me, it is not visible. Okay.
It's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, that's right.
Ma'am, PPT is visible, ma'am. You can pin NSFT ID, Department of Fashion Design.
It's not there. I have to pin it.
Ma'am, pin.
Fine. PPT is visible for you all, but how am I to know? Next slide for you to tell.
Ma'am, if you pin NSFT ID, Department of Fashion Department, you can see text.
I got it.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, thank you.
When we talk about quality, yes, lot of definitions, lot of things are there. Yes, as a fashion designer, when we enter into an industry, yes, we should be in a position to produce a product that the consumer should accept it, and it should and put into the safety, regulatory, and government standards globally. With that, follow the textile industry produces various byproducts of the garment thing. They all are like fiber, yarn, and fabric, and those products help the garment to produce in a proper quality form. Next slide. Next slide, please. What is quality? Yes, there is a lot of definitions so that as per American Society of Quality Control, which defines quality as a systematic approach to the research for excellence. ISO, which is an international standard organization, defines quality is the fulfillment of the specific requirement for a product or a service. Yes, when a buyer comes out to a garment industry and orders, yes, I want this type of garment. The 5,000 garments means what is specification? Based on that, we have to plan and develop the patterns and stitch the garment and check it each state such a way the end product be accepted by the buyer. Then only he will give order. Otherwise, all the product produced will be discarded only, rejected. You have to look into the quality, why, how much it is required, and as per the specification of the buyer, you should be in a position to produce it. So that knowledge, as a teacher, from the beginning, they should insist and teach the students. Next. So when we talk about the quality, yes, it includes the excellence, degree of excellence. That is a major thing. Next. When it should meet all the specification, the fabric selection, the pattern, if it is plied or printed, how it has to be made, what type of surface embellishment has to be given, and what type of trimmings, everything, all should be as per the specification of the buyer. Then only the customer, the buyer will accept it. And the next year, suppose you have a garment industry, they will come back to you if you have that. Otherwise, it will not be accepted. So next is, yes, it should be as per like Japanese standards. Why do they say Japanese standard is? Because they have they keep SWOT analysis and they analyze and solve the problem immediately. Such a way they produce the best quality. And then, yes, the defects should be less than 1%. Then it will be accepted by the buyer. Then, yes, the best money you buy. Yes, that is the major thing. See, you can get a t-shirt for 500 rupees also, the t-shirt for 5,000 rupees also. The quality varies. So that knowledge, that concept. So as based on the money, how much you are spending for that should be accountable for that, and the product should be according to that. So that has to be taken in mind when you talk about the quality. So all these things are gives rise to a best quality product. So when we, yes, quality of the product, yes, when we produce a garment, it should be, next slide, it should be free from any, when a manufacturer produces, the product should be free from stains. It should be defective free. Sewing defect should not be there. Unwanted threads hanging, unwanted, the seams have been some places open, the trimmings have not been fixed properly and all, means it's a big problem. It will be rejected. And the patch, if it is a packet is there, as per the specification of the buyer, the packet has to be fixed, the place where he wants it. then only it will be accepted. So those defects you have to look. Collar means sleeves length, collar, what type of, whether it can be a Peter Pan collar or a shawl collar or a pointed collar. So based on the specification, it has to be checked it. So those sewing defects have to be taken care. Yes, fabric defects. Yes, that is a basic raw material inspection. We have to do it. So what the buyer wants, that type of fabric has to be taken. Then the size, yes, garment size, what size they want, according to that correct fit. Without what do we mean by fit? It should be a balance. There are 5 principles are there in fit. That has to be taken into account. You should be set free. Unwanted fold should not be there. It should fit snugly and it should be comfortable. Movement should be there. So the size of the garment is a very, very important thing. So when a buyer gives an order, yes, you have to prepare the samples and put it into the mannequin and check it whether it is as per the specification, whether it fits snugly over the mannequin. That has to be checked it properly. Then in the fabric, yes, matching of color and other any faults are there, that has to be checked it properly. Then cutting faults, anything is that has to be taken care. So in a garment industry, yes, they start the quality control from the raw material stage to the finished stage. Each stage they have to taken into account. Then only the end product will be proper. So that knowledge from the base, as an academician, we have to teach them and expose the students to each stage. If you have an interaction with industry collaboration, if our organization has means, then each stage also, one stage is over, you can take them, get them the hands-on experience. That will help them to be a better merchandiser. Next stage. Yes, then we talk about, yes, how to get a best quality. For that, there are so many measures are there. In that, the normally followed is a quality control. This quality control, yes, reviews each and stage from the raw material inspection stage, yes, and in process quality control and the final inspection stage. Each stage, they will do the inspection, find out any defects are there. Yes, after Purushottam sir was telling about the production thing, yes, bundling system and all is done means, and the sampling, when they are preparing, you have to single sample or double sampling techniques you can follow. And once the samples are ready, and you have to inspect them and check them, any defects are there, that will be reported to the manager, and in turn he will take the decision what to do the thing. So when any sample is produced, yes, you have to have an inspection thing. That is, you have to check the fabric, any garment, any defects are there, identify the defects, rectify the defect, and make the product to be a suitable one. That has to be done. That is the old method, normally followed method. Now people go in for quality assurance. Yes, the buyer, yes, if you give a good quality, yes, product to the buyer, automatically he will give order for every year, and in turn your production will increase. For that, the recent method, recent means so more than 3 decades, they follow now is quality assurance. In that, initial stage only, if any defects, anything is there, they will check it and change the any problems are there, any machinery problem or a needle, because of the sewing needles, some sewing marks comes. That is a major defect. So how to rectify that? In the beginning stage only, it will be done if you follow the quality assurance system. But normally followed is the quality control measures they follow. Next time. So when we talk about quality control at each stage, yes, from the raw material stage, you have to pre-production stage. When we talk about pre-production stage, yes, before we start the thing, the raw material has to be checked. Major raw material for a garment production is, yes, fabrics. The fabric sourcing they do, the buyer will sourcing will do, and he will get the fabric. So that has to be inspected. So commonly they follow 4-point system or 10-point system, and each session, how much the fabric comes, that has to be checked it by using the 4-point system. You can check the fabric quality can be checked it, and not only the fabrics, the sewing threads, then other accessories, buttons and interlinings, all those things should be based on the specification of the buyer. So those things and all, those raw materials has to be checked and kept ready before you start the actual garment construction. And that should be the fabric selection also, if they want stripes or prints or woven fabric, and what type of woven fabric, that has to be the specification that has to be met. And the garment people, garment in the industry has to keep ready that. So once that is done, then production stage. Yes, in process quality control. In process quality control, yes, it starts with one side, the fashion designer develop the patterns as per the specification and give it to the cutter thing. The patterns will be ready and cut. Then you lay the pattern. So how to save the fabric? That has to be single layer or double layer method can be used, and which will save the fabric, which we have to look into it, because now sustainability is a major issue now, and how to save the fabric so that the cost effectiveness can be brought out. So fabric laying, then cutting, which is the best method of cutting, that has to be taken care and checked it properly, whether you are doing it a manual cutting or fully automatic cutting machines you are using, that has to be taught. There are different types of blades are there in fully automatic cutting, and then how the curves have to be cut, how the collars have to be cut, everything has to be checked on each stage, and then cutting, then bundling. Yes, production part of it. Purushottam sir has given an excellent concept yesterday. Yes, that way in process quality control. Then sewing machine, what type of sewing machine, what pressure, fully automatic or industrial sewing machine, what you are using, and how many garments you are stitching, and whether it is a piece rate or progressive bundling system, what system you are following. Based on that, you have to check the production each stage. Then it comes to the final inspection. Yes, final inspection. After the garment is ready, you check any trims or unwanted threads hanging, any grease or anything is there. All those things, final checking you do. Then post-production. Once the production is finished, yes, you do the packing, and what type of ironing you do, and what type of, what specification the buyer says, what type of packaging material should be used, that has to be used, and based on that, you have to pack it and keep ready. Then the sampling plan, once that sample is ready, then you can send it to the buyer and get the acceptance of the buyer. Then you can start the large scale production. So these basic concepts have to be taught clearly. Correct fundamental concepts have to be given to the students. As a teacher, you have to do that. Then only they can do a good job when they enter into industry. Yes, next. Next. So the quality output risk, there are three aspects. If it is deficient, then it leads to a problem. They are the elements such as, yes, the how to manage, and the integrity, the criteria. Then you have to have all the records. The buyer says, yeah, this is the pattern I want. After some time, if he changes, it will be a problem. So everything has to be documented properly. Next slide. Next slide. Yes, you have to have all the records, everything properly, and there should be a good understanding between the buyer and the manufacturer. The integrity is required. Then only your product produced can be exported or can be brought to the market properly. The knowledge, the skills, the experience and the qualifications are excellent qualifications are required for the whoever is working in the production division should have clear concept. Then only the errors can be avoided, and you have to have the good team spirit, and good quality relationship is required between the production manager and the marketing man or marketing manager or sourcing person. The sourcing person department has to give the required fabric at the same time, at the required correct time. Then only the laying, preparing of the fabric, all that can be done in the production stage. Then once it is packed, it is the duty of the marketing division to take care of it. So all these three things, if it is not integrated, the results will not be good. Next. Yes, there are so many. To check all this, there are different tools, and there are standards have been followed. This not commonly followed is then, if suppose, because after 2006 everybody has got a freedom to export whatever they have manufactured. So in that case, you have to, some standards you have to follow, and commonly permitted, and all the garment industry goes for ISO 9000. In this, the right formation of the garment, and the feel and fall of the garment, the physical properties of the fabric, the color fastness, the finishing properties of the apparel, the presentation of the final produced product, the overall look of the garment, everything you have to have a proper documentation, and it should be ready. When the buyer comes, you should be in a position to show them that with the samples, you have to show all that. In addition to that, if you have preparing a spec sheet and keeping it with the spec sheet, you have to have tech pack also. So that will help the buyer to look into the product, and whether it is as per the specification or not can be checked it effectively, and your production will not be will not be stopped, and it will continue, and you can sell your product produced. Next. Yes. For that, you have different systems. There are quality management systems. Next slide. Quality management system helps. Yes, this quality management system, which controls the garment industry, and there are, it does the documentation, procedure, and achieving the best quality. That major first objective of that can be achieved. Next slide. Achieving the objectives and improve the customers. As per the customer's requirement, you can do it, and the productivity, the efficiency will be excellent, and major this quality management system takes care of it is reduce the wastage, improve the process control, and lowers the cost. Yes, any garment industry, anything, you have to have some system of controlling, and that can be done through quality management system that helps them to accept it. So the commonly followed in next slide, the commonly followed is acceptable quality level. So when it comes to when the garment is finished, when it comes to the final, before packing it, yes, before pre-shipment, yes, we check the acceptable quality level. That is number of defect. And normally this acceptable quality control is in percentage form. Normally 2 to 4%. If defects are there, that will be permitted, and you can do the shipment. So for that, once the full garment is packed, the manager, the supervisor or production manager, whoever is, will audit the required AQL level for that garment, and he will then, if he is satisfied, then it will be sent for final inspection to the buyer. That has to be, that is the common method followed by a garment industry. They are known as acceptable quality level. That is the important one. AQL is the major important one. When the product is produced, has to be checked it, so that if any defects are there, then before it goes for final inspection, then the remedial measures can be done, and can be brought to the final product. That can be done. Yes, in that, now if you are using the quality assurance, next slide. If you are using the quality assurance, you can go in for total quality management. This TQM is the best thing which we commonly apply, and this refers to a management process to ensure that the organization constantly meet the consumer requirement. In TQM, majorly what they do is, yes, they satisfy the buyer as well as the workers. The personal importance also are taken into account. Such a way there will be a good interactions between in the manufacturers only, in the garment industry only, between all the workers, so that they can achieve and they can avoid defects. It refers to a management process to ensure that organization constantly meets customer requirement. It engages all division, the department and levels of the organization. It focuses on processes, practices, and eliminate waste and pursue continuous improvement. So if you follow the TQM method, yes, you can avoid defects and errors, and that can be avoided, that can be minimized. So you can get less than 1% defective fabric. Then TQM, it's a comprehensive organization-wide effort to improve the quality of the products and services also. So you look into the services of the people. Suppose you get normally bonus is given 8% or 10%. But if you get 100, all your 5,000 garments order has been given, that has been exported and accepted, means then you get a good thing. In that way, to encourage the people who are working, you can give them an excellent bonus, all those things. So that way you take care of the services of the people. Normal traditional methods, you don't do that. Normally 8% commonly they give, but if you follow the TQM method, yes, your defects will be very less and customer satisfactions will be very good. Such a way you can improve your export order, and you can maintain them each year. The quality of the product will be better. So next slide. So there are so many elements and tools are there. These major 7 tools help them to give take care of the quality of the product. That they all are the process flow diagram. Yes, this process flow diagram tells how to go about your production, from the raw material inspection, then in process quality control, and the final product. What are the stages, how to go about, and how to take care of, so that the defects can be minimized. That has to be taken, that has to be done in the process flow diagram, gives you the procedure how to go about. And yes, next is the tool is the check sheet. Yes, each shift, when the shift is over, yes, how much of production is done in that shift. If you have a 3-shift system, morning, afternoon, and morning, evening, and the night, all the 3 shifts, what is the production rate, and why it is reduced in the night shift, or why it is excellent in the night shift. So those things can be checked. This check sheet will record all that, and that can be an excellent tool to solve the problem. Next is histogram. This histogram gives you the clear concepts of what is the thing. But it's a bar diagram. It's a graphical distribution. It shows how often different value occur. Why there is a variation. Why last year, yes, the production was done in a little early stage, and this year, next another 15 days, we have to pack the garment, but it is not ready. Why there is a difference? Or each shift wise also you can check it. That can be shown through histogram. Next is Pareto analysis. This tool identify the very few problems, which is the major cause for the other problems. So what is the small cause? That is created, yes, the major first thing is, yes, the basic amenities, the toilet, the lighting system, yes, it's not proper in the night shift. So the bulbs have been fused and lighting focus is not there. So by which the production would have come down. So why in that shift the production is going on reducing? So that can be analyzed. This tool can be used and can be analyzed, and the problems can be solved. Next is the cost and effect diagram. This identifies the relationship between an effect and potential cost. Why? What is the thing? Each stage machine. If the machine is not working properly, yes, the production will be get stopped. If the manpower is not proper, yes, production will be cost. And if there is a climatic problem, yes, they're not in a Persian heavy rain or anything, what is the cause, what will be the effect, that can be related very nicely, and the problems can be solved immediately, so that the production will not be kept idle. So as per the buyer specification, on time you can send your products. Next is scatter diagram. It's a quality tool to show that the relationship between two factors. So how each one is related. Yes, if the bundling system is properly bundled, and it will go in a systematic way. So defects will be very less. If the bundling is not done properly, if you attach the armhole with the hemming of the sleeve, yeah, it's a big problem. So it is related. And how each factor, between two factors, how it is connected, that can be known. If you provide them break time properly, and take care of them tea time, the lunch time at a subsidized cost, and entertainment thing you give them to the workers, yes, the production automatically will shoot up. So what is the thing you can know? Next is control chart. This control chart, yes, gives you, yes, what is the standard thing, what is your upper limit, why the defect has come, lower limit. Each shift you can keep them the control chart, you can record it. So by which, why there is a fluctuation, what is the cause, why that the production has come down, the trims have not, because they wouldn't have purchased the trims on time, so the production would have been stopped. Or any fastness is not proper, zips quality is not as per the specification of the buyer, then it will. So how from each department, each division, the sourcing department and in the production department, or the pattern making only when they are number of cuts, yes, on fold, they wouldn't have put on fold, they would have cut it. So when they are stitching only, yes, they would have come across. So all the fabrics, how much it is going to be with, all those things can be checked it if you have a control chart, and that will record everything. That will help you to minimize the error, and all this can be done if you follow the quality assurance system. So that will, these tools, it's a major TQM tools, helps the garment industry to do the to take up the order and send the product on time. Next slide. Yes, addition to this, yes, next slide. We have a lean manufacturing. This lean manufacturing is a systematic method of eliminating waste by continuous improvement. Yes, this lean manufacturing is now everybody follow, so that wastage can be avoided and continuous improvement can be brought out. There are a lot of benefits of this lean manufacturing are that improve the productivity and quality, reducing the work in progress, and so that inventory, yes, everything will be ready. Yes, next, once the garment is ready, yes, the finishing, ironing, all those things should be proper. Interfacing, interlining for the collars has to be ready, means that has to be ready. So that everything is ready. So work will go in a continuous process and it will not be stopped anytime. Reduce cycle and lead time, so that work motion will be taken, time and motion study can be done lot, so that how to save the time, how to reduce the cycle, all those things can be looked into it through this lean manufacturing thing. It reduces manpower, time and space, and it takes care of sustainability, which is required now, and employee satisfaction also will be there, and it increases the profit, it increases the customer satisfaction and customer service. To achieve this lean manufacturing, there are different types of tools are there, like 5 years, Kanban, PCDA, all the tools commonly used to get this lean manufacturing. So the clear concept, and when the students, if you take them, so what type of tools they are using to control to check the quality measures has to be taught, and how they are doing it has to be looked into it when you take the students for the visit. Then next slide. 5 years. Yes, this is the it's a tool which helps towards continuous improvement. It takes care of all the 5 years. First is sort. It eliminate that which is not needed. Yes, what is not needed, you can eliminate them. That is the first thing, sort. Next is set in order. So how it has to go. So suppose if you are doing a piece rate, so you will have each bundling thing, the garment is packed in a piece form, so that you will attach the shoulders, then attach the plackets, then attach the collar, like that. That order, which order you want to stitch the garment, that has to be set in order, so that the place also will be clean, and inspect area will be perfect, and freedom of movement will be there, so that they can do the work in a proper form. Then regulatory, you have to standardize the thing, so that the proper standards, what standards they have used for stitching the garment, what instruction has been given, that standard can be taken care. Then that standard can be taken. Then sustain. Regularly apply that. Properly you have to apply that sustainability, so that wastage can be avoided, and that can be used for something else. So that way you can prevent wastage if you follow the 5S system. Next, Kanban. Kanban, yes, this is the thing which in the available thing. This tool is used for pulling materials into production system as and when required. So when you want it, that specification, yes, you are in your storage room, yes, everything is ready. So the buyer wants a specific buttons. That button can be brought, and that can be used. And this helps in reduction of inventory throughout the production process if you use this Kanban tool. It is a bottleneck analysis process, which is the slowest among other garment manufacturing process which interfere in production. Yes, what is a bottleneck? That can be avoided if you have this, so that the problem can be, the work can go on, progress, and what value date you can do it, and you can complete the garment on time. That can be achieved. Then next tool is PDCA. This is it is a plan, do, check, act. That is a thing. You plan it. So buyer gives an orders for 500 garments. Uniforms have to be ready within 15 days. Means yes, how to take it up, how to do it, whether the required fabrics are ready. Not only the fabrics, the machines are ready. The current facility 24 hours, it is whether it is available, and sewing threads are proper, and trimmings, fasteners, everything has to be kept ready. Then you do you stitch the in process, you stitch the garment, and you check the garment as per the specification. If it is done, then if anything is wrong is there, then you modify them. When you are stitching the sample only, you will look into that, so that the errors can be minimized, and that way the quality of the garment can be improved. So the large scale production, when the manufacturer does it, it will be a continuous process. It will not be stopped for not availability of trims, or not availability of other zips and other things, other accessories, required accessories. The production doesn't have to stop it. Addition to that, you have another recent development is root cause analysis and key performance indicators. Those techniques also now they follow. What is the root cause? This root cause analysis gives you the clear thing. Why suddenly night shift, the production is stopped, not at all working properly, or in the day shift, why that is stopped. So the managerial tool, nowadays they use, and they minimize it. And suppose if there is no facility for the people to move around, no vehicle transport problem, it's a big problem. So on time they are not in a position to come. So what is the root cause? Why the production is stopped? That concept can be known, and that can be solved. This tool, if the managerial people, higher ups use it, they can minimize the errors, and they be in a position to help the production of the garment in a systematic way. Then key performance indicators. Yes, this is the major thing. The small error would have been there, so that mechanic has not come, so you're not in a position to operate that machines. 10 machines have been kept idle. Why? Because they have not been trained, and the concerned mechanic has not come. So that way, so how to, suppose you are using advanced technology, advanced thing means how to use them has to be, clear concept has to be given. These key performance indicators will tell you where you are going wrong, and how to minimize the defects can be brought out very quickly. Next, yes. Now everybody goes for Six Sigma. Yes, that is it's a major important tool which they use it. Yes, in the Six Sigma, it's a systematic method breakthrough that helps towards improvement. It starts with identifying the cause of variation in the process and then eliminating the defect. And this methodology is used. Numerous statistical problems can be solved using this. This Six Sigma is a statistical tool which measures the performance of the process and the product. Both it takes care, and the defects normally in Six Sigma is kept up to 3.4. It anticipates the same defects and bound to happen, but the defects per million opportunity, the probability of the defect is always will be negligible. So that way, if you follow the Six Sigma tool, you can minimize the defect in a very effective way. That can be done by two methods. Next slide. Yes, DMAI, that is, you define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. That is the major thing. So you define the problem. What is the problem? Why it is happening? And how to measure it? How to know this problem to be solved? And you have to analyze them effectively. Such a way does not affect the manufacturers as well as the workers. But the problem has to be solved. That way you have to sort out the problem and improve. So that if you know the cause, yes, you can modify the pattern and you can produce the product in a systematic way. This DMAIC method can be used by the garment industry as one of the Six Sigma tool to improve the production, and continuous improvement of the production can be brought out. Next is DMADV. In this, you define, you measure, you analyze then you change the design and then you verify it. That is the difference. Here you verify them. If that's the order. After the final inspection is over, as production manager says everything is fine, then you start up. But suddenly you come across some problem. So that can be checked properly in DMA DV method. So by which the problems can be solved in an effective way. And errors can be minimized and defects can be reduced. So the garment industry will be in a position to solve that. Actually, when I could read one in Hong Kong, one garment industry, yes, it was flourishing very well. 1992 started, they were manufacturing lot of ladies garments and all over the world, the product was going on. But in 2006 onwards, slowly the production was coming down. They didn't know what was the cost. Then in the end, they came to know that they didn't follow the advanced managerial tools like Six Sigma or TQM method. So that has made them to stop it, so they could identify that and they could rectify it and they could able to sell their products in a better way and modified as per the modern fashion technology. What the consumer wants, they could able to give it, and that production is improved again. So this way you can, if you follow the Six Sigma tool or a TQM tool, by which you can reduce the defects. Yes, next. Yes, the best now, everybody ISO, because after 2006 free trade, everybody are in a position to sell their product, export the garments, everything is possible. For that, you have to have a standard measures, how to check. The German standards, other American standards, other European standards, all those things. How to check that? For that, ISO, there are AATTC standards, is there, ASTM standards are there. ISO is also one of the standard which is take care of quality management. It assesses the organization ability to meet the customer and regulatory requirement. This quality management system provides guidelines and how to modify it, how to minimize the error. That those things and all, it's given excellently in ISO 9000. This standard is guideline completely full organization, that what is their capacity and how they can design it, how can they supply the products, services, and quality acceptable to the buyer or not. All those things, how to check. And each stage, the sourcing, what are the points they have to remember. Those guidelines excellently this ISO 9000 gives, and you can get that ISO certification, and that helps you to export your product in a better way. There are complete guidelines for the manufacturers, how to take care of it, and how to do the surveys, so that the good quality product and services will be taken care effectively, such a way that your export is taken care. And that can be done in this ISO 9001, 9002, 9003, and ISO 9014, which takes care of the environmental issues, because now that's a major issue has come. Now the trend is, next slide, ISO 26,000. That is the standard which everybody has to follow, because it's a major thing now. Sustainability is a big issue. Lot of wastage, lot of unwanted thing comes out from the industries. So those things can be minimized. Like in Erode, after the dyeing thing and all, the waste is effluent treatment is they don't do properly, and they send off to the river, and the Bhavani river full becomes. The water is get affected. So those things and all can be controlled if they follow ISO 26,000 standards. This recognizes the social responsibility and engaging the stakeholders. It integrates the socially responsible behavior to their organization. And There are few principles, 7 principles are there in any industry, government industry, when they are using this ISO 26,000 means, yes, they should have whatever activity, whatever they do, it should have been accountable, documentation should be there, and it should be transparent, and ethical behavior has to be looked into it, and respect the stakeholders' interest. Yes, consumer interest, they have to look into the buyer's interest, have to be taken care, and respect for the rule of the law. Yes, whatever the government laws gives, that has to be taken into account. Then respect of our international norms and behaviors, that has to be taken care, and respect for human rights. Yes, that has to be, yes, you have to give importance. So it covers TQM and Six Sigma. With that, this is an advanced standard tool. Now all the government industries are required to have this, so that the defects can be minimized and the export can be taken care in a better way, because each and every person has gotten can do the export. But if you follow these rules, that will help you to improve your production. The 7 core subject has to be taken care in ISO 26,000, or the organizational governance. Yes, how they are going, what type of tool they are using, Six Sigma or TQM methods, or whether everybody is taken care properly, the human rights, and labor practices, what they do, what benefits for the laborers they give, workers, especially government industry now, because of the COVID-19, the government industry is it's in a hang, and many have lost their job. There is no production at all. So in that case, how this government industry can take care of the laborer, and what way their livelihood will be taken care. All those things, labor practices has to be taken care. Then environment, yes, what type of effluent treatment they do, how do they throw the waste, all those things, environmental issues, and to avoid the air pollution or waste pollutions, disposable of the chemicals, all those things, what causes the environmental pollution, that has to be taken care. Then fair operating practices, yes, correct systematic way the practice operating system has to be done. That has to be core subject which they have to look into it. Then consumer issues, problems comes, how to solve it. Then community involvement and development, yes, what way? Suppose you start a garment industry, so how many people near your areas get the job, and the road becomes proper, and mobility becomes good. So what way, how you are improving the community? So if you are starting an industry, garment industry, yes, you have to have a school, and you have to think of all that, health issues, good hospital facility for the workers, all those things, community aspects also have to be looked into it. So now government insists on ISO 26,000 standards, so that any industry, when it comes, it will be taken care in an effective way. Next. Yes, next. Then recent, yes, there are trends, major 5 trends which you have to look into it in 2020, so that the defects, errors can be minimized, and this concept has to be given to the students clearly. This quality, every industry, not only garment industry, any industry, if the quality product is not there, means nobody accept it. It's become a waste. So how to avoid that? Yes, that restriction has come. Everyone wants a good quality product. So for that, you have to train the people, and employees have to be have to undergo lot of training, gain knowledge. What is the recent development in improving the quality of the product? The clear concept has to be given. For that, the workshops and seminars, the conferences have to be arranged like this now. Yes, for the teachers also, yes, what we have learned 30 years back, it's may not be relevant now. We have to modify, we have to update what is required, what industry, what buyer expects. For that, we should be in a position to gain knowledge. So that has to be brought out. For that, the workshops, seminars, and conferences help them to for the workers has to be organized by the manufacturer. Such a way, the quality automatically will be taken care. Next is, yes, it is like a project. Yes, it's a quality. Quality is no more a philosophy. It is unless it is implemented, your industry cannot be recognized and over the nation. So it is like a big project. The quality project has to have you have to have a right tool, right techniques, right methodology. You have to use them. Then only the success can come. So all those things, all those knowledge ought to be taken care from each stage. It is like this policy, this quality policy is it's a recipe book with a list of ingredients, what ought to go on, and that has to be initiated from the management as a project from the beginning only. And so from the time management to everything will be taken into account. So that way, when the order is given, within 1 month I want means 15 days you forgot. Then after 15 days, if you start working, you cannot achieve, you cannot reach that goal. So you have to check it, keep the proper PDCA pattern have to be followed. It is, you have to take each government order has to be taken as a project work and should be done and implemented in a proper way. Next, third trend, that's a thing. The quality as a strategic tool. Yes, it's an integrated thing. You have a vision, you have a mission, and you have an organizational strategy. So if you have all that in your unit, government manufacturing unit, yes, you can achieve. In today's time, yes, quality manager have to be very creative, innovative, and what fashion thing, what advancement, what those things and all, you have to give lot of importance. The management by policy, then that's not enough. If somebody orders, you have to do it. No. If a fashion designer comes out with innovative idea, means yes, you have to accept it. So that way will help them to improve your production rate, and you can achieve the goal in a better way. So those strategic tools have to be taken care. Next. Yes, sustainability. It's a very, very important issue. Now, like it's a strong focus. It takes account of quality of working life and employee satisfaction also. Yes, if I am satisfied, if I am being taken care properly, yes, automatically I will not leave that organization. I will be working, I will achieve. And that way you can, you have to work for it, the sustainability of the human resources, as well as the sustainability of the waste, whatever developed, how to dispose of. Suppose if you have a wet processing unit, yes, that the waste, how much you are polluting to the environment, how to take care of them, those management issues and all have to be taken care, and the new creative idea value has to be brought out in a big way. That will help them for your growth of your organization. And that in that only ISO 26000, it gives you an elaborate the quality management system to be followed in a garment industry, and that way it helps to improve the production, and you can reach the goal. Next. Yes, there are certain bottlenecks for all this. Yes, there are major 4 bottlenecks helps creates the problem. That way lockdown happens. Your industry would have been going on smoothly, you are doing in a systematic way, but suddenly the bottleneck has come and the lockdown has happened. Why? Because of the social media. Yes, something would have happened and you wouldn't have accepted, you would have used or something, or created trouble to the society. Somebody would have put rights on the law, something to the government, court, and your work would have been suspended. That has to be taken care. The social media, how you are helping the people, your garment industry has to has to have the an eye on the social media also, and the advertisement, how you do. For example, arrow shirts, everybody accepts it. Dip dry, easy to wash. So those are the concepts which has been brought out, and that way the product, the price kept, the brands, the importance of brands have come. That way it keeps your quality level at a high. For that you have to achieve those things. You have to look into it. Yes, mobility. Yes, the movement, everything now, it's an advanced technology. See, today I'm staying at home and I'm interacting with you all. It's a great thing. So that much of electronic media and advancement has come. That helps you to analyze it in a better way. That analytical things helps to improve your production rate. And last, yes, the cloud. Cloud is major things. Yes, now everybody goes for the cloud system. It's a new, it's opened up a new across new vista to the organization, and by which everything is connected, and little change you modify, it's brought to the consumer in an effective way. So that way you have to look into the cloud also to achieve the better quality standards, and this quality system will help you to do a better product development, and implementation can be in a better form. Yes. So these things have to be taught in a systematic way to the thing. So the quality is the new buzzword. It's going to be the mantra across all organizations, covering all the industries. Yes. Unless you produce a quality product, nobody will accept it. Unless even a small kid wants a quality, if they dresses, whether from accessories to the shoes to the garment, that should be matching. Everything has to be in a proper way. Then only they accept it. So that way, the quality has to be taken care. The quality initiative will apply various standard tools. So if you follow those tools and methodologies, and your product management will be proper, it's not going to remain your process and product development. It's going to influence strategic decision also. With the rollout of ISO 26000 guidelines, the sustainability can be taken care, so that environmental issues and other human resources, everything can be taken care in a big way. The modern quality management system is going to give edge to any organization. It's going to be differentiate industry leaders from followers and laggards as well. So we have to therefore the quality control has to be taken care in a proper way. The product produced should be acceptable as per the specification. That has to be kept in mind, and that way we can improve the thing. This does not apply not only the garment industry, even our education system also. Yes, if you give them, if you provide them quality knowledge to the students, well trained them, and better citizens, all the younger students only have to take care of the education. Taken care in each and every state. Yes. Thank you. Any questions or anything is there?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your knowledge and experience with our participants. Indeed, it was an interesting session. Ma'am, with your permission, I would like to read out the question from our participants.
Yes.
Yeah. Gautam Shetty, he has asked what kind of inspection system we should prefer to set up on the sewing floor.
Actually, fabric inspection you do 4-point system. In sewing divisions, yes, in process quality control. If you are doing quality assurance, fine. These are my specific this way you have to do it. And each shift has to be taken care, and what specification that garment has to be, that model of the garment has to be kept in front of the arrangement of the sewing equipment, so that when they are stitching it, it can be looked into it. That way you can do it. Otherwise, the production supervisors will be there. Nowadays, fully automatic sewing machine has come. 1 centimeter only it has to stitch. Means that will stitch only up to 1 centimeter. Then it will stop unless you go in for the next thing. Like that, the advancement has in technology has come. That way you can take care of the. That's a major issue. If you cannot, the full production will be affected. Yesterday, Purushothaman sir, excellently he gave the clear concept how the production has to be taken care from each stage, from the cutting and bundling and the stitching, everything what to be followed. He gave an excellent idea yesterday, knowledge he gave. That's a very excellent presentation, sir, yesterday. Thank you very much. It is required for the garment industry. Yes, sir. Anything is there if you want to answer?
Purushottam sir, please unmute yourself, sir.
Okay. Madam, your presentation
Yes,
was very big. The subject was very big. The time given is
Yes,
very
sir.
small. Second one,
Yes.
actually, this should have been a 6-day seminar separate with
Yes,
so
sir.
many different people giving this one, and those who have actually worked in the factory, not the teaching staff of a college, because there are so many practical aspects which college professors cannot explain without actually experience. So that is
Exactly.
very, very important. And now the trends, what you were talking, the latest trend, what I am seeing is relating to the circular economy.
Yes.
That is, even my cloth which I am wearing now, after some years, I am going to dispose it off. That time also, it should not create any pollution. It should be easy to recirculate. So the selection of material for making garment, we should see that also into consideration. So like that, there are so many things coming up. But anyhow, the effort made is fantastic, because in 1.5 hours talking so much is not easy for any person.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
As an academician,
Yes, no, that's what I'm telling. As an academician, your talking is very great.
Thank you very much. That's why I said for this subject, we have to have interaction with the industry. Unless industry collaboration, what industry requires, in our syllabus also, we have to modify it. We should not keep the old method. And what is new thing has to be brought. So
Yes,
that
all
will,
these things, industry people should come to college and conduct the program.
exactly, sir. Yes, that will help the students to gain knowledge in a better way.
Yes,
Okay,
very good.
thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, one more question is there. Any information related to traffic light system usage for quality? Traffic light system.
Traffic light system, yeah, that's a recent development. Actually, the lighting, yes, if the proper lighting is not there, means no, it will affect the production. The quality of the product will not be achieved. So
No, madam, that is not the actual answer. The traffic light signal means there will be one red light, one orange light, and a green light. If the quality is okay, you are putting that green light. If quality is bad, you are putting red light. And if quality is somewhat in between, you put the orange light and it will be rechecked. So the fabric auditors or garment auditors, final auditors, they will be doing that one. and they will put that signal, and accordingly the checking will take place again.
That is a practical thing in industry. They do it.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. That is the actual answer for that.
Even in the machinery also, there is a light. If anything come, it stops there. It indicates the red light. So you have reached beyond the permit limit. So that way it stops it. So that
No,
also.
not only that, in missionaries now there is so much of development. Actually, it shows what is the actual problem.
Yeah.
See, it's all computerized, and it will show error number 42, error number 44. You check this part, you check this part, even that will come.
Yeah.
So there is no this one. All machineries are so much automatic, especially garment is not that automatic. But if you come to spinning side and other thing,
Yeah.
only just 10 people or 12 people will be there for the complete factory.
Yes.
And everything is automated, and everything comes in the signal, and the spinning master sitting in the office, he will be taking the data and he will be correcting it. And now some more thing, the factories are connected to head office, so whatever is happening, information goes to head office. From head office the control will be taking place. Chief quality assurance man will be in the head office, and he may be having some 40 factories. See, there is so much development.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the
Okay,
practical.
okay, thank you, sir. Ma'am, one more question is there. Ma'am, could you throw some light on visual inspection zone method?
Visual inspection, that is a long process. It takes time, and yeah, perfect. The errors can be identified easily, but it's a very big process nowadays. Fabric inspection also, they do computerized form. They put the fabric on the screen, and the lights comes. If the defect is there, that is shown. That way, you put an arrow that you can save it. That's a real major issue. Individual visual thing. Again, if you, color shade, color nowadays for that also color done matching. Yes, there is a thing. Shade card variations can be known like that. Dyeing division or fabric inspection division. Visual thing, it takes a longer time, but the quality the quality might be excellent. I think I can request Purushottam sir to answer for that also.
Now, visual inspection, there are two types. One, when we talk of garment industry, let us not bother about the fabric defects. Let us see the garment defects and other things. There again, there will be a table and there is a light, and minimum 1200 lux light will be there, and people who are trained will be making the inspection. Most important thing is the person who is checking, his eyesight, his capability. And what the statistics says, the ladies have got more clarity when they observe than the gents, because 1 out of 300 men will be a color blind, whereas 1 out of 3000 ladies will be color blind. So always I insist, only ladies are to be put for the visual inspection. That is one. Second one, my own experience, when we put different inspectors for checking the same thing, each one give a different report. All are not giving the same report. And unfortunately, sometimes we are rejecting the material by seeing the report. But the inspector to inspector, there is a lot of difference. So I started another system, that is, I give the same material to the inspectors and ask them to report. And after getting the report, calling all the people together and ask them to explain how they got this report. And they have to explain. And finally, all the inspector will sit together and discuss, and they will come to one conclusion, that this is what we are going to accept, this is what we are not going to accept. So this is a very big exercise which I did, and that I am insisting all the companies to do it. Otherwise, we were simply depending on the shift people who are making the visual inspection. There are different people, they are giving the report, and we used to reject the material. Now that one. And now electronic instruments have come for the visual inspection also. And that will be scanning the garment from different angles and it will be giving a report. But so far in India, that is not that successful because it has got a lot of problem. So many times we have found that our ladies, their eyesight is much better than the instrument what people are using for this inspection, especially color shade variations. Our ladies will identify, and instrument is showing that there is no difference. So we are telling, let us depend on our ladies, young ladies, not old ladies. Okay, up to 35 years. Then train them and they will be able to do a better job.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why this subject requires a lot of industry interactions and hands-on knowledge has to be brought to the students in practice. Then only they can do justice.
Correct, madam.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, one more question. What are your views on after COVID-19, the quality of the fabric or garments will be compromised to impart properties like antimicrobial fabrics, or the design will be compromised according to the end use?
Yeah, actually, yes, after COVID-19, yes, there will not be any compromise on the quality. Everybody wants better quality. Actually, for example, you take mask. Yes, the mask, if it is given with antimicrobial finish and any better breathability finish, so that type of products only everybody wants. So there is no compromise on the product wise, but how to improve that, and that's why the garment industry have to work in a better way, and what type of fabric which has got a better breathability and better usage, so that this COVID spreading can be reduced. That social distance, hand washing, all those things are there. Addition to that, especially for the mask, that's why garment industry, each industry with their product, they are bringing out even mask which is matching to the garments, all that. But if that mask has got not only mask, even the apparels also, if it has got an antimicrobial finished one, that will add weightage, and people would like to purchase those type of garments rather than ordinary one. So easily washable.
What you are telling is correct. Now in India, Donier Industries have already started manufacturing these antimicrobial fabrics, like that Arvind has started. Loyal Textiles have started. So many people have started. They are making collaboration with a Switzerland company who are giving the know-how for making these antimicrobial finishes. Even for undergarments, shirts, everything, they are putting that finish. Then they say there is no need of actually mask all the time. And in a short time, that mask will be eliminated, and these things will ensure that you will not get any disease.
Yes.
Donier was the first to start, and now number of people have started that one.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Last question, ma'am. Last question of the session. Ma'am, what could be the key factors, indicators in the process of designing and development of face mask, an essential factor during this COVID?
Yes. The first thing is fabric selection. Yes, it should have good breathability. Actually, the pattern, the 3-layer pattern, that's a common one which everybody can use it. The inner layer, wherein which contacts with the mouth, should have good absorbency thing, and the middle layer, which will become a non-woven thing, filtered one, and that will prevent the spreading of the thing from yourself to the outer layer. The outer layer of the mask can be of water repellent and antimicrobial finished effect can be there. In that way, you can spreading of the infection can be avoided from the person to person, and from you also it will to some extent you can avoid them. And the pattern should be snugly fitting so that each one the thing and easily wearable one, and it should not be affecting your movement, and you should not harm your ear also. Now elastics different thing fixing thing has come, that can be used so that doesn't harm your ear and other things. So that way, those things you have to take care, look into it. And as a common man, when they go out, yes, they should be in a position to use this mask at an affordable price. So a lot of garment industries have come out with a 3-layered garment and the pattern. Suitable simple patterns which is and easily washable fabrics can be looked into it. That way you can produce the mask and can be sell it to the consumers. So at an affordable price, the garment industry nowadays. So that's why with the garment only they are even selling the mask also, which will match with the garment.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, one last question. How much scope the fashion students will have quality testing field as job opportunity?
Yes, undergraduate level, yes. Once you that's the thing. The syllabus has to be little more modification, and internship training has to be there. Like 4th semester you have, and 5th semester there is a project, and 6th semester there is a project. That way you gain knowledge and you can focus into that one field, and you can get experienced. Suppose you want to enter into a garment industry as quality controller, yes, you can, provided you get an experience. This theory knowledge in the college will help you to know the clear concepts, basic knowledge, and the practical knowledge can be gained from the industry. So if those two can be related, yes, you can do a good job into the garment industry. Yes, lot of my students, after they finished MSc textiles and clothing, yes, even Arvind Mill, my students are working in a quality control division and the dyeing, printing divisions and all, garment divisions and all. Lot of our students are working. Provider, yes, they get the additional training. In college, yes, we look into, yes, this quality, apparel quality management is one of the paper. But we look into the other things also. So we give you the basic knowledge, basic skill required. Addition to that, if you are skilled in one thing and excellent in thing, you can enter into that and you can improve yourself. And this is an excellent skill-oriented course, this BSc Fashion Design course. And end of the sixth semester, yes, if you are an excellent, you have gained knowledge, you have experience, means you can enter into industry easily, or even you can become an excellent entrepreneur on your own. That is also possible. And so end of the degree, yes, this will help you to mold you into a different form, because when you join and in the first year, yes, you come from a commerce background, you come from a arts background, and very few come from a science background. But end of 3 years course, yes, you have been shaped in a different form, and how to look into it, and yes, how to select the right fabric, and how to develop a pattern, make them garment, and how to be a fashionable one, how to market your product, and how to make it a wearable and fashionable one. So all those things, yes, each semester we cover it. Such a way they will be in a position to be better citizen to the nation. Yes, now, yes, that should be the college, the institute, education institution should look into it. It should be a job oriented course. And this BSc Fashion Design course is an excellent job oriented course, and that helped them to shape in a better way. Yes, I'm so proud. This
Okay.
course has developed when we started in 2000. Yes, it was different, and which is innovative way we want to have it. With the Ningagada sir thing, I'm one of the part of it, and Enna Shetty sir, yes, he was the vice chancellor during that time. Yes, this in Bangalore University, it came into effect. Only 3 colleges started in the beginning, but now beautiful. So many girls, so many students are getting job opportunities, and this course is flourishing like anything. So that way, yes, you can 5th and 6th semester, if you concentrate more. Suppose you want to enter into a quality division, yes, it is possible, provided you gain additional knowledge, additional training, other than with the academic subjects. So that way will help you to be a better person. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. We once again thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and detailing on the topic apparel and textile quality management. Thank you, ma'am. Thanking.
Thank
And
you.
feedback form, dear participants, feedback form is shared in chat box. Please fill your feedback form, and it will be activated only for 10 to 15 minutes. So please fill your feedback form. As we have come to the end of the day, second FTP, I would like to thank speakers of all the 3 sessions and the participants for spending your valuable time with us and making the second day FTP a success, and would be happy to see you all in tomorrow's session. Thank you all. Have a great day.